Hey there, it's Henry. Today, we're diving into a chilling real-life mystery. Love, in itself, is beautiful, but sometimes it can lead to a tangled web of emotions, especially when it involves a love triangle. This often drags families into the mix, escalating situations to dangerous levels. Our story today is a stark illustration of this. Our tale unfolds in Mumbai, the cinematic heart of India. Nestled within this bustling city is a suburb called Gorgian, home to a family of four. Sanjay, the patriarch, his wife Shobha, and their two kids, Kirti, a 19-year-old college student, and Sanket, a 17-year-old high schooler who also helped his father with farming. This family was well respected in their community, leading a peaceful life. But one day in June 2021, their world turned upside down. Kirti, who had left for college that morning, didn't return home. Shobha, worried sick, informed Sanjay about their missing daughter. Sanjay, Shobha, and Sanket combed every corner of their village, from bus stands to railway stations, even reaching out to Kirti's friends. But Kirti was nowhere to be found. With no other options left, they decided to involve the police. Sanjay reported his daughter missing at the local police station, where he was assured that every effort would be made to find Kirti. As he returned home, he couldn't help but fear the worst had someone kidnapped his daughter. The police, too, were on high alert, but Kirti's whereabouts remained a mystery. 7 days passed, and the village was abuzz with rumors. Some even suggested that Kirti might have been murdered. The family's anxiety grew with each passing day. But then, out of the blue, Sanjay received a call from the police station. His daughter had been found and was safe at the station. The relief was immense, but many questions still lingered. Upon receiving the news, Sanjay, along with his wife and son, rushed to the police station. But they're in for a shock. There stands Kirti, not alone, but with a young man by her side. It turns out, Kirti hadn't been kidnapped. She had chosen to leave home to be with Avinash Thor, a 21-year-old man she had fallen deeply in love with. Knowing her family wouldn't approve, she had eloped and married him. Sanjay, overwhelmed by embarrassment, leaves the police station without uttering a word. When Shobha and Sanket return home, they find it empty. Sanjay is nowhere to be found. As the hours turn into a day, and then another, the police join the search for Sanjay. Shobha and Sanket are distraught, unable to sleep or eat. They blame Kirti for their predicament. But 2 days later, Sanjay returns home. He explains that he needed some time alone to deal with the embarrassment and societal judgment. He thought it best to stay away until things cooled down. Meanwhile, news of Kirti's elopement spreads through the village, sparking all sorts of gossip. Kirti and Avinash, eager to start their new life together, face resistance from Avinash's family. But a few days later, Avinash receives a call from his family. They've accepted the marriage and invite the couple to come home. This news brings immense joy to Kirti. Kirti and Avinash's love story began in college. From good friends, they became inseparable, often seen together in the college canteen, skipping lectures to hang out, and chatting on calls several times a day. Their relationship became public knowledge, and they decided to tie the knot, promising to always stand by each other. Now, with Avinash's family accepting their marriage, they could finally live happily with their families. Their joy knew no bounds when they discovered that Kirti was pregnant. However, Kirti was still upset that her parents hadn't accepted their marriage. But one day, Shobha visits Kirti. Seeing her mother, Kirti feels a wave of happiness. She needed her family's support during her pregnancy. Shobha, looking content, assures Kirti that she will convince Sanjay to accept their relationship. As Shobha leaves, she breaks down in tears, which convinces Avinash's family that she truly loves her daughter and will help mend the strained relations between Kirti and her father. On the morning of December 6, 2021, Kirti's mother and brother, Sanket, pay her a visit. At that time, Kirti was working in the fields, as farming was her in-law's main business. Hearing about her family's arrival, Kirti rushes home, leaving Avinash, who was unwell, resting inside the house. Kirti welcomes her mother and brother into the house and introduces them to her husband. She then escorts them to another room and heads to the kitchen to make tea. Little did she know, this day would be her last. Suddenly, her mother and brother follow her into the kitchen. Sankate pulls out a sickle and slashes Kerti's throat. The sound of falling utensils alerts Avinash, who rushes to the kitchen. He finds Kerti's mother holding her down while Sankate cuts her throat. Panicked, Avinash tries to intervene, but an enraged Sankate attempts to attack him. Avinash manages to escape and runs to his family to relay the horrifying incident. A while later, Sankate emerges from the house, holding his sister's severed head. He even takes photos with it, acting like a villain from a violent movie. Some neighbors witness this gruesome scene from afar and take photos, which they start sharing on WhatsApp. The photo goes viral quickly, alerting the police. They arrive at the crime scene within minutes, shocked by what they find. They take Avinash's statement, who is terrified and grieving the loss of his beloved wife. The police then launch a search for Sankate and his mother, Shaba. After a brief search, they manage to apprehend both of them. When the police interrogated them, they confessed to their heinous act. They revealed that the news of Kerti's marriage had led to ridicule and embarrassment in their village, filling their hearts with resentment towards Kerti. To preserve their so-called honor, they decided to take Kerti's life. But first, they needed to win her trust. So, Kerti's mother visited her at her in-law's house and falsely assured her that they had accepted her relationship. This made Kerti happy and she trusted her mother. However, when Kerti's mother discovered that Kerti was pregnant, her rage intensified, leading her to plot her own daughter's murder. On December 6th, Kerti's brother and mother arrived at her in-law's house to execute their plan. In a horrifying turn of events, they murdered Kerti, thus completing their revenge. Even though this wasn't an inter-caste marriage, which is often frowned upon in India, the end of Avinash and Kerti's beautiful love story was tragically brutal. The narrative of their love and its tragic end feels like a movie plot. After this incident, Avinash was left heartbroken. At the time of this crime, Sankate was only 17 years old, a minor, and therefore, according to Indian law, he wouldn't receive any punishment at that time. However, the police considered his father and especially his mother guilty. In reality, it was Sankate who was manipulated by his mother into killing Kerti. There's no official statement on the punishment received by Kerti's culprits, but their case is being heard in court. It's possible that Kerti's mother is currently in jail. Now that Kerti's brother Sankate is an adult, he might face legal consequences if there are any new updates in this case. I'll provide updates through the community post. With that, we conclude Kerti's murder case. If you appreciate our efforts, please like and share this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now. Thank you.